Greetings, everybody. Oh, hello. Yes, I would say it's bed hair, but it's not because I've been up all day. It's just sticking up for some reason. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff. Get my tongue untwisted then for a second. So this week, I've been playing around with Gemma4 again. Itchy. Yeah, I've been playing with Gemma4 again and trying to kind of tweak my usage to try and improve the quality of the things that I'm trying to build with it. I linked it into Claude Code following some examples that I saw on YouTube and Google search. So I think the idea is that it uses the framework of Claude Code, as in the actual framework of it, and then uses the AI part of Gemma4. I think that's how it works anyway, if I remember correctly. So what I'll probably do next is to show you my screen and how I'm using it through anti-gravity as the editor and Ollama, however you pronounce it, as kind of the tool where Gemma's linked into. Again, I'm just following an example that I saw in another YouTube video, having done some back-end linking through some commands. I think I found them on Google. I don't think I saw that in the YouTube video, but it may be completely incorrect. It seems to work. It seems to be reading or using Gemma4 for the AI part, and it is. Now, I will say beforehand, I am using a 12th Gen i7, which is a quick enough CPU, but it's DDR4, which I think slows it down a little bit. But that's fine because I'm not looking for something really quick. I'm not thinking it has to be done in seconds, but just a pre-warning that it can be a little bit slow, take up a few hours sometimes at a time, which I'm not going to show you because that would be a long video, and I'm waffling. Anyway, so the next part you'll see will be basically my desktop and me using Gemma4 as a free Claude Code alternative. And I will also put a caveat in. Claude Code, at least at the moment, is much better doing the development stuff that I've been doing. Gemma4, I think maybe it's just because it's not as powerful, or maybe because it's just not as mature, does make mistakes, miss out parts, and stop when it's doing stuff, which is annoying because it doesn't necessarily do it all. Anyway, watch the next bit, and I'll be doing more in the future, maybe some shorts. I've done some shorts, but yeah, keep watching and watch the next part, and then I'll speak to you all again next week. Welcome to Gemma4 Claude Code, or rather Claude Code that's running Gemma4 as its model. So this is anti-gravity, this is some code, and as you can see I've been playing around with it. So the actual fact is the command that gets run is we say Ollama, and then we want to launch Claude. And just so you know, Ollama is this little tool here if you haven't already looked at it, and I have models downloaded into it. As you can see, Gemma4 26B is one of them. We say launch Claude, and then we choose the model that we want to use. I will use that one, the new Gemma4 26B, and look, it says, welcome to Claude Code, running Gemma4 and some API usage billing, which it doesn't build because it's free, and then the project. And then I can say, look, run init to create a Claude.md file with instructions for Claude. So I'll go, let's see. Init. And look, it goes off and it does something. Now, I used Gemma4. I said to Gemma4, look, I want to create a new Android app. And first of all, let's create the UI specifications and the concept and all that kind of stuff. And it actually created them for me, which is nice because then always, after time I start off and I say, just write something. But I thought, no, well, let's generate some stuff first. So did that, and then I said to it, right now, Gemma4 or Claude. I actually didn't say right now, Claude, but let's create a new Android app. In this folder, some phases, some initial concepts, some AI specifications. Use that and create the app for me. And so it created an app, or rather, it created some code. Now, unlike some of the paid models, which go away and they do a lot of work and then come back and say, right, then I've got something that you can now run. I did have some stop and starts with Gemma4 in that I said this is what I want to do, and it wrote some, and I had to say, oh, let's continue, and for every part of the phase, every phase or every single element in the phase, it stopped after and I had to do it. But eventually it did write some code, right? It did write some code. The code looked complex, although that said there were a lot of placeholders, I must add, and there's also some comments I saw in there that were written saying, oh, I've had a problem writing this, I'll come back to it and write the full code. Or I had an error writing this, I'll write the full code, and it never did. So it kind of ran, but then hit those issues. But then I took that code and I put it into Android Studio, and like last time I did it, it said, oh, your Gradle's not right. I can't build off this. You're going to have to use my AI to fix it. So I used the Android Studio's AI Gemini. I'm confused because obviously this is Gemma and Gemini, but Gemini to fix that. And it ran, though it wasn't fully functional, I don't believe, because I didn't test on my phone, because I then said to myself, let's test this in Claude Code. So I took the project, put it into Claude Code and said, using their model, have a look at this, look at the features. Are all the features within this app? It said no. I said, well, go away and create them. And then Claude Code created the rest. So the good point is that half the code already been written for free, so I don't use as many tokens for Gemma in Claude Code. But the bad point is it didn't completely write everything I wanted in a free model. So this is something that maybe it's the way I used it, maybe it's just the way I've set it up, because I followed some instructions from Google on how to link it into Ollama and then allow me to run it in, and Claude Code, and allow me to kind of run it as within the Claude Code framework, I think it is. As you can see, it is doing stuff. It's created a README. Where's the README? It says create a README. It does. Sometimes you have to go away and find it. Create something, then you can't find out where it's done it until it finishes. Sometimes it doesn't seem to write all until it's finished as well, which is can be a bit annoying. I didn't write that then. I'm graded it. No. Anyway, you can see it's doing stuff. It's having a bit of fun doing stuff. What is it putting? Sometimes it puts things starting into this doc as well. Oh no, look here. It's actually doing something. It's doing some reading. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So I'm kind of getting pulled into what's happening in the background. See, it is doing stuff. You can see it's doing stuff. It's creating, it's reading, it's doing all sorts of stuff. But so it is a good little model. I think maybe it's just the way I've set it. Maybe it's just I'm asking it to do something too complex. Maybe I need to, I don't know, can you train it? But yeah, I think it's a great model. I'm going to do some more learning on this. I think I'll share some more videos. But yeah, I think it's a good model to begin with. It did write something, and I'm going to try maybe doing other types of code and apps, maybe like a WordPress plugin or just a desktop app, to see if they're a little bit more successful and easy to do than they are for, say, writing an Android app. But we'll see. So far, this is my journey with Gemma4. It's actually quite interesting. It's good. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, look out for more videos whilst it's still sublimating away. Right. Bye for now.